That's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
And you know what? Last season, Tim Duncan added another record to his growing resume. I mean, he passes Karl Malone as the all-time leader in double-doubles.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And as for last season, he was a 74% shooter at the line.
With Duncan in the double-doubles record, it says so much about just how he has delivered on the floor, Clark, for so long.
Yeah, and if you're wondering, double-doubles didn't get recorded until fairly recently. Don't let that take away from what Duncan has accomplished. He's one of the all-time greats.
Green kicks to Aldridge. Shot clock at 6. The drive by Green.
In a season where everyone in the Southwest made it to the playoffs, you just knew it was going to be a war of attrition night in and night out. Still, the Rockets managed to come out on top in the division.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Ginobili comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Harden dishes to Howard. Ariza has the open look. Cans it from downtown. Ariza's got 8. And the Rockets were just 8 up and 8 down in the Southwest Division. But Clark, they won the out-of-division games they needed to in order to take the division crown.
Exactly, and it was a tough year to do that because the division was so tough. It was actually the first ever Southwest Division title for the Rockets.
And it's slammed in by Diaw.
Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra force. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Clark?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Spurs trail by 8. And Mills kicks to Ginobili. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes on about. Spurs retain possession. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. West outside. All sorts of time. Tipped away. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Everly with the ball. He's picked up by Parker. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Last season for James Harden was easily his best yet. Finished second in the MVP race. Put up huge numbers with career highs in points per game, scoring. Greg at more than 27 a game.
And also carried that Rockets team that dealt with a plethora of injuries, mainly to Dwight Howard. And second in the league in scoring, I mean, narrowly losing out to Russell Westbrook, who just went on a tremendous tear the second half of the season. And then also finished runner-up in the MVP race.
Offensive rebound. Duncan. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Harden gets to Ariza. Fires the 3. Another miss by Harden. Spurs trail by 7. Pass to Leonard. And there's a minute 45 left in the third. Feeds to Aldridge. Back to Leonard. And Capella sends it back.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough. Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Deflects the pass, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker. .114 left here in the third quarter. Harden against Green. And it's Capella missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint. Listen, Kawhi Leonard hasn't been in the league for a long time, but he's feeling right at home. Said last season he wants to remain a Spur for life.
And for Leonard to hear players say that a lot, but rarely before they reach the end of their rookie contract.
Yeah, I think Leonard just realizes what a special situation he found himself in. I mean, he is the complete package as a player and custom made for how the Spurs like to play and do things.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
Stolen by Beverly. And here's Harden for three. Another miss by Houston. Here's Leonard. Ball's knocked loose. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Beverly. Beverly's got 3 assists in the game. And finished off by Leonard.
He power surged that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial.
Back to Ariza. Beyond the arc. Can't get it to go. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
Here's Duncan, and it is good! And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Rockets lead by 6. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. The always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Duncan in at the 5.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Parker drives in. Green. The shot will not go. Good D by Harden.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions here.
And the rejection by Leonard. Parker passes to Duncan. Out to the right wing. He feeds it to Aldridge. Second shot opportunity. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Here's Ariza. Pass to Beverly. The feed now to Capella. Harden draws the double. Ariza at the elbow. Houston moving the ball around. Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way. And counts the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
The Spurs making a switch here. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
The the activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And he gets it to go. Spurs trail by 7. Kicks it out to Leonard. Kept alive.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Leonard attacking. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. The 3 from Harden. Rebound, San Antonio.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Lets the 3 fly. Here's Ariza. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team. Just not happy with how his team is playing, and they just have been on the wrong side of this run.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? Sometimes just a pause in the action, which is what a timeout can give you, is enough to change things around.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. No surprise, really. The turnover situation was the focus. He told them, listen, we're giving it away, guys. We've got to protect the ball, play within ourselves, and get quality shots. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris.
Nice numbers here from Duncan. He's got 16 points, and he's getting it done on the glass, too.
You're right, Clark. He's done some real nice work on the inside.
And here's Harden for 3. Cannot hit. Great D that time from Green.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
And the Spurs pushing it up now. Green leading the charge. And it's Leonard with the jam.
And really, once he got that steal, just really nothing the defense could do.
That's why turnovers are so costly, because in many cases, they're indefensible once possession changes hands.
Shot's good.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just not letting up at all.
Houston leading by 10. Harden dishes to Beverly.
T.O. number 5 for him in the game, and that's way too high of a number for any one player.
Houston's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Capella. And the shot is good. And the Rockets lead by 10.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Rockets.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
They sure did, Kevin. Every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good look at the basket, and they didn't hesitate, and the aggressiveness paid off.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for James Harden. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down, as he was converting every good chance he got.
And here's Mills for 3. That's good.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
And so here is Houston. And stolen by Aldridge. And it's sent back by Howard. Harden outside. There's the 3. A rebound by the Spurs.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now the dish to Howard. The tray. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take